sleet, thunder, lightning, snow, just about everything you can ever imagine. We went from the flora to the alpine desert, to the shrubs, to basic scree. You've seen the scree if you're going up the mountain and it starts to hold you back? And Honest would say, and he was very special to me all throughout my trip, and he would say, Sangeeta, princess, I think you look strong, you'll make it. So this kind of positivity is what brought us together. And my husband would say, he's paying too much attention to us, so just concentrate on getting onto the mountain, nothing else. We went through waterfalls, we went through rivers, streams, we went through, here you can see it very clearly, this is Kilimanjaro at the back on the 4th day of our camp, where we were about to get up and go onto the next camp. An ideal day was get up at 6:15 with Betty coming to us in the camp, in our little camper. They would take our pulse, then tell us to get ready, and then we had to pack everything that we had taken out the night before. And it was quite engrossing. One of the videos that I had, I couldn't bring it because it was too lengthy, but it was like as if we were literally weaving the the sleeping bag into a little pouch. What we also did was to use these in the evenings. Has anybody ever seen this? This is a headlamp which you tie on the top of the head, and it's got 3 variations of lights where you don't really have to carry your torch, and this was used predominantly for the last night at the summit, carrying on to show us the way. This is rain and sleet, and this is something very interesting I want to show you. These are called gaiters. Gaiters are something that you attach with the pants that I'm wearing, and it takes care of your pants so that they don't get dirty, so that they don't get messy, and you can still reach your destination. And these had to be tied every day in the morning, and these guides were superb. They would tie it for us and make sure we were not wet, because one of the main reasons why people don't reach the summit is either they get sick, or they have the altitude sickness, or they simply just can't make it because of various illnesses. So this was a great tool to get us where we wanted to be. These are socks. You'll probably never see it unless you've gone to a high mountain. These are the liner socks. Now liner socks were used for basic socks that we wore, and you can imagine how thick these socks are. The temperature ranged from about, I would say, 2 degrees to -20. So we, on the last day of the summit, we were wearing 3 of these with the same shoes. You can imagine how tough that must have been, with 5 layers of clothes. Can you imagine walking with 5 layers of clothes, no oxygen, and plus at the same time keep positive? These liner socks were used mainly so that your feet did not have blisters, that you do not have any sort of discomfort to move forward. This is the snow on the 5th day of our camp, where we had to just keep walking through snow. It was snowing the entire night, and next morning we had to go down a deep ravine. Barranco Wall is something that I had only seen in the videos till I got there. My husband would say, do you think you're going to be able to climb a wall? And I said, what sort of wall? Is it something that you have to do with rappelling or going up? Now, no technical training was really required, but this Barranco Wall was actually a cliff. Have you seen a big cliff? And we had to climb 8 hours across that cliff, holding hands, with rain, slipping, and there's a picture here with one of my guides pulling me through. It was really the toughest moment of our lives, because you could have just slipped and gone somewhere else. I wouldn't have been here, standing here. The next was the Barafi camp, and my journey to the summit started from the Barafi camp. Did you see those the little huts there? I mean, our camp there, along with the clouds we were actually above the clouds. And it was a sight to see. Because just over the ridge here, it was just down, deep down here. So you can imagine, if you missed a foot, you would have gone into nothingness. My life started with the Barafu camp. It was midnight. And the pep talk from our guide, Ernest. Princess, it's only very close, not to worry. Because he was not magnifying the entire process. We got up at midnight, wearing these headlamps, and usually on the summit night, everybody gets to walk in the night so that you can reach the summit in the morning and still have time to come down. If you think of vertical climb, you cannot even imagine what it was. It was literally like this. Because it was dark.